So I initially taught you the home style chicken marination, but for butter chicken, it's a completely different ball game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up some oil. In a fresh bowl, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of Kashmiri chili powder. Now, the strength of your chili powder matters over here. If it's a strong one, add less. If it's a weak one, add more. Okay, in this itself, I'm going to be adding salt. I'm going to add a teaspoon of turmeric. See, the ingredients are the exact same, but the procedure is very different. And a nice spoon of cumin powder. So to this, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of vinegar and a dash of water. And I'm going to give this a quick stir till this is nice paste. My oil has come to a smoking point. Now be careful when you do this. Step back, hot oil into this liquid. That's why I said step back. And we're going to mix in the oil and the chili paste water. Now to this, I will add 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. So it makes this thick, beautiful marinade. Look how thick and beautiful this marinade is. Now there's one more step to this marinade, okay, and that is to add yogurt to it. I'm going to add a good 2 to 3 heaping spoons of yogurt into this marinade. And then we're going to nicely mix it, and it'll become this bright reddish orange color that's what you want. With this, my marinade is ready and it will go into my chicken now. Okay. Honestly, this marinade is the best marinade. You know why? Because if I'm not making butter chicken, what I'll be doing is making chicken thick out of it. Because this marinade is so versatile. And now I'm going to let this at least rest for 4 hours or overnight for the maximum flavor. Butter chicken की जो क्या बात है ना, उसके वो तंदूरी chicken में. So this is now completely marinated. I'm going to move this onto my grill so that in the oven it will go and I can nicely roast it and then I can make my curry. Yeah, see, the grill is very important because you see it will stick to the bottom, it will steam the chicken. Instead, I'm giving it a chance to roast on its own. My oven's set to a good 260 degrees temperature, and I'm going to put this till it's nicely roasted. It's going to form nice like black spots on the top. I don't want to overcook it. I want it a little bit undercooked because I'm going to be cooking it in the curry as well. So let's get this cooking. So I've removed the chicken marinade from the oven. See, I want these black spots in my chicken, right? Now what I would do to this is essentially cook this more if I was not making butter chicken and smoke it with coal. But since I'm not doing that, I'm making butter chicken, I don't want to smoke it right away. What I want is the gravy to be smoked. So I'm going to cook this in the gravy and then smoke the gravy itself. Do you know that butter chicken is actually not made of butter but clarified butter? Yeah. So we actually use ghee, which a lot of people don't know that it's actually just clarified butter. So I'm putting a generous amount of it. Chennai's had a weird weather. My ghee has solidified. Wait, go in there. So you don't want to burn your ghee, so you just need to heat it up a bit. And the smell of hot ghee. To that, I'm going to add black peppercorns, just like 8 to 10 kernels. I'm adding 2 to 3 green cardamom and just a tad bit of the coriander seeds. And we're going to toast it nicely in ghee. So now that the ghee is toasted, I'm going to add onions to it. And 1 tablespoon of garlic. Okay. And 1 teaspoon of ginger. And we're going to give this a nice cooking. So to this, I'm adding about 2 tomatoes worth of tomatoes. And we're going to cook this further. So I've heard people put tomato paste or ketchup in their butter chicken, even butter paneer, you know. There's the same recipe for butter paneer, by the way. So if you're vegetarian out there. So I heard people put ketchup and tomato paste, like the concentrated tomato paste you get in the market. You don't know how to do that because what I'm doing is I'm fortifying these tomatoes with tomato puree that I've made at home. All I have to do is boil some tomatoes and puree them. That's all you have to do. So I'll fortify the flavors. So these tomatoes will cook till the oil separates I'm adding a pinch of salt to it. And while the tomato is cooking, in this I'm adding cashews. Fun fact, cashews are used as one of the main ingredients for vegan cheese because it is naturally very creamy when blended. So that is why like all the vegan cheese is made with cashews, and that is what's going to give the creaminess to butter chicken. So you ask, how is cashew going to give creaminess if I just put it in there? So what I'm going to do is, once this is properly cooked, this is going to get blended into a nice paste. That is why I'm going to be fortifying it with the tomato puree. Now this thing is ready. This whole tomato paste is ready. I'm going to go get this pureed real quick. Be right back. My paste blended nicely into a good smooth little thing. And we're going to put another spoon of ghee. You guessed it, because it is butter chicken. So my ghee is nicely melted in here and toasting. I'm going to add the paste in to the ghee. Okay. At this point, I'm adding in the tomato puree to fortify and a splash of water. Because we want it to be thick, but not too thick that it's going to start popping everybody onto my clothes. So we're just going to balance it out a tad bit. Now the masala is quite simple. You just need to balance out everything that you have in add. So I'm adding some jeera powder. Now you can skip this if you have done sabut jeera in the beginning. That is completely fine. But I'm doing some jeera powder and a little bit of the red chili powder. To this gravy, I'm going to add the chicken that I had cooked in the oven earlier. So butter chicken needs to be a little bit on the sweeter side, not necessarily like sweet in the sense of eating candy, but just that balance of sugar is what butter chicken requires. So once I will first taste to see the natural sweetness is there, because I will be adding a little milk to it, and milk just tends to generally be sweeter. And to this, I'm just adding a little milk to give you that creaminess that even the cashews give. Okay, and for the second to last step, I'm going to be adding kasuri methi to it. Now a lot of people don't like this for some reason, but I think kasuri methi gives it a very distinct flavor that it's kind of appreciative to butter chicken. Now this is a very crucial and fast step. I have some hot coal in this glass bowl that I'm putting in here. To the hot coal, I'm adding in the ghee and putting my lid on. With this, I have made an in-house smoker. I don't think I got the right lid though. Okay, let's do the reveal. That's good butter chicken. And remember everyone, taste the magic.